Good morning and welcome to Cindy's Kitchen. Glad to have you all here. If you're brand new, welcome. So we're cooking for smaller things, and so instead of buying a big ham, instead of going and having all this ham left over, I'm buying the little bitty hams. And these are already sliced and they're already cooked. Now this ham, it's 1 pound. So, I mean, look. And it's got about probably 30 slices in there, okay? 30 slices. Like I said, it's an uncured half ham already sliced, okay? But really, if there's only two of you, this is great, okay? So we're gonna cut it open. So the good thing is it's already cooked, right? So here's my new dish. Can you see? Is that so cute? And it has these little handles. I like. Anyway, all right. So we're gonna put this here, and I've got my little ham that cost me $5.44. That's a good deal, right? If you're by yourself or you're cooking for two. There's a little juice. I'll just put that in there. All right, so here's what the ham looks like. Look, all sliced. I don't have to do anything, right? The sizes are good. So I'm gonna put this in my dish. I am going to, as you can tell, I'm not gonna separate them all. You certainly could if you wanted to. But I'm gonna because I have room in this dish, I'm gonna lay them at an angle and I'm gonna separate many of them, okay? It'll be pretty, right? And it'll help what I wanna do next. Okay, so here's my little ham in here. Now I'm gonna take an apple. Now this is a Fuji apple. Is it Fuji? I think so, Chilean Fuji. I'm gonna take the sticker off, even though they say they're edible. I don't wanna eat it. All right, I got my knife. And so for me to do slices of apple, I know I cut off both sides and then both ends, and I'm left with this. Cool, huh? I'm gonna cut these. They don't have to be overly thin slices, but I don't want them too thick, all right? Because we're not gonna cook this too terribly long. La, la, la. So we're gonna take our dish, whatever dish you're using, and I'm just gonna put my apples on the sides, right? So I'm gonna shove in, and it doesn't matter if they're overlapping. It doesn't matter, I mean, if you need it to be pretty, if you're OCD and you need it to be pretty, well, by all means, make it pretty. Okay. So there we go. We have our ham in the middle. We've separated out our slices a bit, and we've put 1 cut apple. Now we're gonna take our brown sugar. So you need to get your brown sugar out. I'm going to cover the ham. So you say how much? We'll see when I get done with this ham. But really, you wanna look and see how much you need to cover your ham. It doesn't need to be a huge layer, right? But you want to cover everything. And that's not all. We want our apples. We don't want our apples to be sad and not have any brown sugar on them. We want brown sugar on our apples as well. Now, a lot of recipes when you buy these hams will say to add water when you're cooking these. I'm gonna tell you that with our brown sugar and the liquid from the ham and from the apples, we don't need any water. Look how pretty that is. Already pretty. I'm gonna cover this with foil. Now I'm gonna put this in a 350-degree oven for somewhere between 30 and 45 minutes. It really depends on how much is in here. If you have a small 1 pound ham, just like I do, about 30 minutes is fine. Remember, the ham is already cooked. So all we're doing is we're letting the ham and the apple and the brown sugar all get yummy, and the apples are getting a little softer. So let's put this in the oven, 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the size of your ham. Oh, if you guys are new, welcome. Make sure you say hi and tell us either what state or what country you are from. We have 2 countries represented this morning, the United States, the UK, and Spain. And we have many, many states represented. Okay, I'm taking the foil off of this one. Ah, still warm. There is a ton of juice in here. Like it's almost to the top. There's so much juice. Can you see it down in there? So you see, I added no water. No water at all. It's just the liquid from the ham and the apples. Oh, look at those apples. Yum. 3 pieces of ham. And then I'm gonna put some yummy baked apples on the side. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that yummy? Yum. Look how gorgeous that is. So you see the apples aren't overly soft. They still have a little give to them. So that's good. So shall we taste? Let us taste, shall we? Okay, I'm gonna do a little piece of ham and a little piece, because you know me, perfect bite. Perfect bite, right? It's not overly sweet. I know that you're thinking I put a lot of brown sugar in there and the apples, and so it's going to be overly sweet, but it's really not. A lovely, lovely, easy dinner for 2, whether it's for the holiday or any other day, right? So there you go. Meal 1 done. Okay, let's move on to ham recipe number 2. Here's what we're gonna need. Let's assume for a moment that you baked this 1 pound ham. Now look at how many, and let's assume that there are 2 of you. Now I've already taken out 3 pieces. There's probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 14 on this side and probably a little, double that over here, okay? There's enough in this 1 pound ham to have dinner one night, to have sandwiches like ham sandwiches, just doing that. But then let's assume I'm gonna leave this bigger part here and take out this smaller part here, okay? I'm just gonna use my hands, okay? There's the smaller part of the ham. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dice this up. I'm gonna end up putting it in a food processor. But we need to give the food processor, I know I hate doing double duty, but we need to give the food processor just a little help because we're gonna be making, guess, today we are gonna be making ham salad. And we're making ham salad because it's kind of one of those things that people don't make anymore. Okay, I'm gonna open my food processor lid. I'm gonna put my ham in the food processor. Ready? Look how cool that is. I can hold it up. Cool, huh? I'm the mad chef. Anyway, all right, so we're grinding this up. We don't need ham paste, so, we don't too much. We just want it in little pieces. I think we're there. I love this thing. Okay, all right, so we're gonna take that off. Oh, so cool. So cool. All right, now you need like a medium-sized bowl. You don't need a huge bowl because look at how much ham we did, right? Medium-sized bowl, and then I'm gonna dump this in here. I love this. This is like the coolest thing ever. La la la. All right, there's our ham. So as you can tell, probably maybe a cup of ground up ham. Look how fast that happened. I'm so excited. Now, what are we gonna add to this? You have so many options when making ham salad, but I'm gonna share a couple of my favorites. Now, in my ham salad, and I think in every one, you need celery. Now, I chop everything really fine, because you know me, perfect bite. I always love the perfect bite. 1 stalk of chopped celery into there. I'm also a green onion fan because I like a little bite. So I have 1 green onion. Now, the only other, you have an option here, okay? I'm gonna use, you can use pickled relish if you like it a little bit more sweet. I'm gonna use, they were on sale. You guys know me by now. Everything I buy is on sale, right? These are kosher dill, Antoine's kosher dill chips. And so I'm gonna use, there's not very many left in here. Hold on, there's 1, 2, there's like 4 or 5 left in here. So I'm gonna slice those up. If you have some, if you wanna use kosher pickles and you have spears, you can cut up one of those. That would probably be easier to cut up than these little bitty tinies, right? But that's okay. I'm gonna stack them up and I'm going to cut. And again, I'm gonna cut them this direction just because I want the perfect bite. So did everybody know about the prickly pears from the Jungle Book? Am I the only moron that didn't think about that? Because I felt really silly that that was the first thing that came out of my daughter's mouth. Okay, here we go, into the bowl. So, you know, if you like a lot of pickle, fine. Now I am going to do something yummy. I have to throw this away because we're done. So I'm gonna use this. We're gonna use, well, actually, I have my tablespoon. We're gonna do, you can do 1 tablespoon, I'm gonna use 2. 2 tablespoons of pickle juice. Ooh, yay. You didn't know that verse? I know, you gotta sing the whole thing because really, this has to get thrown away. So I use 2 tablespoons of pickle juice. Yum. All right, now, everything needs a little salt and pepper. All right, just a little. We don't need to go too overboard because, you know, ham has a lot of salt in it. And then a little pepper. But you know, everything needs. Now, you have some options. I'm gonna put, you have an option, whether to put Dijon mustard or horseradish mustard. Now, horseradish mustard, I wouldn't have connected the song with the fruit. I know, but now we go, right? Well, I'm glad you'll think of me. I mean, I don't know that we actually listen to the Jungle Book much, you know, as we get older. So you can use, or if you just have yellow spicy mustard, that's fine too. Here's what I'm gonna do. And I would say about a tablespoon. I'm gonna do a little squirt of Dijon and a little squirt of horseradish. Just because I like a zing in mine. All right, and then we're gonna need, obviously we're gonna need some mayo. I'm using actual mayo. I am not using whip. Remember that if you use whip, it's sweeter, right? Because it has a lot of sugar in it. So you just have to be careful on what recipes you use it in. Depending on how much ham, for the amount of ham I have in here, probably, I'm just using what's left over in here. This is about 1/2 cup, 3/4 of a cup of mayo. Look, I'm using everything up. I'm cleaning out my refrigerator. How cool is that? Ick, look at that. I got it when you, there. Ugh. Okay, and then we're just gonna give it a stir, right? La la la, bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I know, it's kind of like the Don't Worry, Be Happy song, right? And I think sometimes we need to re-listen to some of these songs because we're getting all worried and we need to not worry and be happy. And look at that. Now, if you want all the flavors to meld, you certainly could stick this in your, I have to do this. This is driving me nuts. Okay. You could certainly stick it in your refrigerator for about an hour, cover it up, obviously, and then let all those flavors meld. Now, the great thing about ham salad, I know it's an old thing. Like maybe you tasted it when you were growing up, or maybe you've never had it at all. Let's ask that. Who has never eaten ham salad? Let's ask that. It's one of the 4, right? So the 4 main like salads like this: tuna salad, chicken salad, ham salad, and egg salad. Some people put a boiled egg in here, chopped up. Judy's never had it. Linda's never had it. So when I was growing up, and my mom is on here, so Julie's never had it, so she will say it. No food ever went to waste in our home. So she would make a chicken, whether she roasted it or boiled the chicken. And from that chicken, feeding 4 people, she got 4 meals off of it. All right, so we might have chicken soup, We might have chicken casserole. We would have chicken salad. We could have chicken pot pie. I mean, my mom could take a chicken and make a bazillion things out of it. Well, the same thing with ham. So she would wait until after the hams went on sale, after Easter or whatever. Yes, my mom had the grinder as well, right? You put the ham in there and you ground it up because we didn't have a food processor. And so after Easter, we would have beans and rice and cornbread because she would take the ham bone out of the ham and use that to cook the ham or the beans with. And then obviously we would have ham sandwiches, and we would have ham in the morning with eggs. And then there was always ham salad. So there you go. All right, so let's move my little cutting board. And then, so how are you gonna eat it? The great thing about ham salad is if you are keto, now I don't know how many of you are keto, and I know that many of my recipes don't help you, although this one certainly did. Look at that. Ham and apples, yummy. That being said, this is a pretty good thing, right? You might have to change a few things, but for the most part, we don't have any bread in here. There's no potato, there's no pasta, there's no rice. So those main things. So you could eat this with celery sticks or carrot sticks, or you could just put it in a piece of lettuce and roll it up. You could have like a little roll. You had the grinder. Oh, you ground peanuts in it for peanut squares. Wow. I remember my mom grinding it. We made sausage once, or my dad did. I can't remember. Somebody did. We made sausage, and then we had sausage patties, homemade, like not from the store. We made sausage. Anyhow, so with this ham salad, you can put it in a piece of lettuce and roll it up like a little burrito kind of thing. And then there you go. You can put it inside a tomato, Lisa. Exactly. So you can hollow out a tomato and you can put it inside there. Or if you're not worried about keto, right? You can eat it with crackers. This is a great thing, like if you're having a party and you want something else out. This is a nice little dip that you can use it. Me, I'm still bread. Now this is a piece of rye bread. I know you might think that's an odd thing, but I had some rye bread left over from when we did, what did we do? The corned beef casserole. Is that what we did it with? Well, I can't remember. Anyway, I had rye bread left over and it's still fine. And so I'm using that. All right? So I'm going to, well, I guess I don't have to use that one after all because I have this one. I'm going to load her up because there's too much? No. You could probably get, now this is a larger piece of bread, right? Because it's that rye that's long this way. You could probably get 4 to 6 Reuben casserole, yeah. 4 to 6 sandwiches out of this. So I think that's pretty good. We only used, we had a cup of the ham, right? The ground up ham. Look at that. Can you see? Look how gorgeous. I guess I should have used a darker plate, but there we go. All right, so we have to, I already tasted our lovely ham and apple. Look at that. Look how great that is. And you know, I always did it with pineapple as well because my mom put pineapple on ham. But this is a nice option, right? Apples are not that expensive. It's just one apple. And quite frankly, it's a nice other taste. It is not Duke's and it is not Miracle Whip. It is the store brand mayo, just a store brand mayo. I know, I like it on crackers too. Your mom used to make this with bologna. Oh, I've never made it with bologna. All right, I'm gonna cut this in half. La, la, la. There we go. And then we have to take a bite because you have to see where it is, right? So there we go. Mmm. So we've got crunchiness. There's so many flavors hitting me. Ah, that's my mom. My grandma I called Nanny, and my grandpa I called Pawpaw. Yes, you can use sweet pickles in here. There are so many flavors. You get the little bite from the green onion, the crunch from the celery. There's that dill pickle coming through. And the longer it sits, more the flavors are gonna come through. It's just so good, and it brings back great memories of my childhood. So we spent $5 on a ham. Well, $5 and where's the trash bowl? Oh, the trash bowl's gone. Sorry. We spent $5 and I think it was 49 cents on a ham. $5.49 for 2 people, and we'll need an apple. Some of this stuff. So did I toss the pear? No, the prickly pears are over there. I'm still gonna use them, but I'm mad at them because my hands hurt. So I have to get over my irritation at them. So for $5.49 plus maybe 50 cents for an apple, I'm sure you have brown sugar. So we have a meal. Obviously you need maybe another side. Maybe you make a salad or some peas or something like that, unless you are, don't care and you want some potatoes, right? Or rice or something like that. Got that. We took our leftovers then and used things you probably have in your your refrigerator. You probably have, I hope, celery, green onions. I am gonna try rubber gloves, but the thick ones, not the thin ones I usually use. You probably have celery, green onion, mustard, mayo, and pickles, right? You probably have all of those things in your pantry. So for, let's say, $6, I think for 2 people, I think you could have dinner, you could have ham sandwiches the next day, or enough to cut up in an omelet or a small breakfast casserole, and then take the remainder of the ham and put it in the food processor and make a lovely ham salad a huge thing of ham salad. Let's look at this. Enough between 4 and 6 sandwiches for $6. That's pretty good, right? I love that. Well, I hope you guys had a lovely day. I'm gonna eat my sandwich for lunch. Obviously, this is open face. You could put another piece of bread on there, but I'm good with it the way it is. I hope you had fun, and you don't forget, we'll be back on Thursday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So from my kitchen to yours, I hope you enjoyed our ham plus ham day, and that we saved a lot of money. Really, $6. 3 meals for 2 people. I hope you enjoyed today. Have a great one, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye-bye.